Firmness and solidness lead to firm happiness.
Let's look at this massive rock. Then let's look at this fallen tree. Similarly, to lead a successful, sustainable life, we need deeply rooted firmness and solidness like rock has. Weakness and uncertainties always lead to misery, and they never bring happiness, just like the fallen tree shown in the second picture that does not have strong roots. You know, this simile was used by our greatest teacher, the Buddha, to admonish us for developing firmness and solidness in us to conduct a successful and sustainable life. Let's see how it was taught in his words.
Evam ninda pasansasu nasamijjanti pandita.
Where does it come from? What does it mean? We can see it in Dhammapada, the 6th verse of Pandita Vagga. The meaning of it comes like this. Just like a firm solid rock that is not shaken by the wind, a wise person is not trembled by humiliation or esteem. So, have you heard this before? Have you read it? Have you studied it? And anyway, do you have this quality in you? Of course, you might have read and studied. And also, some of you have developed firmness and solidness as well as a rock. But I know with my experiential knowledge, most of you practically do not have this quality, do you? You are sure to easily tremble when you are humiliated, essentially in front of others, aren't you? And how do you feel when you are esteemed? Sometimes, you may unconditionally love such people and get lost. But firmness and solidness do not put us into troublesome situations. You know what happened to me? Once, I went to a certain temple in down south to help a monk who was with me. But when we went there, all the villagers immediately rushed to the temple and they all began to shout at us. I didn't know why and what was happening. I kept silent and carefully listened to them. I calmed down my mind. Sometime later, the OIC of the police also came. Somehow, I was aware of my emotions. I did not get angry. I kindly talked to them at the right time. Within a very short time, they were calm and cooled down, since me and the other monk were neutral. But an amazing thing happened at the end. You know what it was? They invited me to stay in that temple and help them to develop it, but I did not accept it. You see the practical importance of loving kindness. It works well. Have you done such a thing in your life? Firmly and solidly rooted in loving kindness brought us harmony and happiness. Do you have such practical experiences? I have already strengthened firmness and solidness up to a standard level. Let's take into consideration how our Buddha, our foremost teacher, practiced it. We all know, our teacher, the Buddha, tolerates him in many ways whenever he was severely criticized. For instance, once the heretics, making acceptable evidence, introduced him as a murderer, female seducer, and as a robber, but he did nothing against them, though he had to face difficulties. He was firm and solid, as much as a widely spread and deeply rooted stone as it showed in the picture. Besides, his fame began to spread wider than before when the truth was revealed. That is why he taught us to be an unshakable pillar in Ratna Sutta and to maintain a steadfast mind in Mangala Sutta. So, firmness and solidarity that we develop always bring us firm happiness. You and I have this ability. Let's successfully develop it step by step for sustainable happiness. Pharaoh Saranai.